Hey everyone, this is what the ladder looks like right now. Me, myself, and I on top of the world. 2230 rating, and the closest to me is Keto with 2130. So I'm on a hot streak here. I don't think I've ever been on such a hot streak on the ladder as I am right now. So how did I end up like this? It's because I am abusing Tsukuyomi, as you can see here. Every single game I'm playing Tsukuyomi. He's so freaking strong. Very underrated. I think a lot of people say he's extremely strong, but I think people are actually underrating just how strong he is. So I'll try to show that in this game how strong he is. But you see, I beat really good players like Matador, Tito, Crackhack, Isomato, Quoth even. And then when I go Hades and he goes Tsukuyomi, he wins. Hello? More wins versus Matador, like it's and then more losses to Quoth with Tsukuyomi. This god is exceptionally strong, so we'll go over why that is. And we can just go over the build order and stuff like that as well. We'll talk about other things as we go on. Keto is playing Hades, I'm playing Tsukuyomi. The build order I go for is 1 on food, 1 on wood, 1 on gold, build a second Miko, and then I'm gonna send a lot of villagers onto food. So the start, there's a lot to do in the beginning. You need to find a good spot for wood, gold, and food. Plus you need 2 shrines set up. But once that is done, you pretty much just auto-queue villagers to food for a long while. So that's nice. Here, I don't really have a nice second forest. It's a bit of a weird map for me, actually. Didn't see this one. It's caught in the fog of war. So I move out here. I'm versus Hades, so I don't mind too much going outside of my base for a second shrine. Also, I should say, the watermill here, sometimes I found myself, and this was in tournament games as well, if I have a forward gold mine here and a wood line here, I would just queue my villagers to the gold mine and then I'll go from the gold mine to the wood line. And that's a really bad thing to do. Don't ever do that on a forward gold. You want your wood line in the back, no matter what. Just because if you get caught off guard and they go aggressive on you, and you have a forward wood line, it's so bad. And I lost a few games in the tournament games where I went forward wood. And what happens is you don't get wood for houses or your production buildings or your hero archers early on, and things will just quickly start to crumble. So big tip, send that watermill to the bottom of your base, where they're less likely to get raided and so on. But other than that, very, very simple. There are other builds you can do with Tsukuyomi. There's one, if you really fear a rush versus Kronos or versus Norse or Poseidon, you want to do 2 on gold immediately, and then you want to send villagers over to food instead, and you don't want to build a second Miko either. You want to get a lot of gold early on so you can set the temple up. Maybe I can show that in a separate video. Tell me in the comments if you'd like to see that. It's slightly different than this, but basically you only build 1 Miko, get the temple up faster, and get a faster advance. The good thing about Tsukuyomi is you have New Moon, and this gives you an insane amount of resources when you hit the heroic age. So that's always what I'm aiming for. Get to the heroic age and get New Moon used on Armory, and you're gonna have such a sick power spike, it's not even funny. And pretty much all my games with Tsukuyomi, like I said, I'm trying to get there. Here I sent 7 villagers onto food, and now I'm sending, so I have 4 on wood, and then this villager is gonna go over onto gold, and then I'm gonna get a 3rd Miko out. So this is the greedy build. I'm playing on Marsh, a defensive map, versus Hades, a defensive god, so I can do the greedy build here. It's gonna be a pretty late advance, almost 430. It's a rather late advance. But I'm gonna have 3 Mikos out. I'll be setting up 3 shrines as well. Now I see this woodline over here, so that's gonna be perfect for me. My favor income is gonna be ridiculously strong. And what that means is by the time I get to the heroic age, I use New Moon on the armory, I'm still gonna have enough favor to get Ivory Netsuke, which is this technology that makes my Mythics generate gold, And I can get this upgrade, which makes my Tengu really good. Plus, I can start spamming out a ton of these. And the reason why that's so good is because Tengu cost wood. So you can build a military presence without spending gold. And being able to do that while also generating gold with your Tengu is so insanely strong with Tsukuyomi, because if there is one weakness to Tsukuyomi, it's sort of going to a second gold mine sometimes. Sometimes your power spike just won't be there, where you can really get to that second gold mine in a good state. But if you can make Tengu, they only cost wood. Means that you can make army without going to the second gold mine, and you can generate gold as well. I mean, needless to say, you can you can sort of delay the transition point where you need to go for second gold. Here I'm actually going for a Kitsune play, so I've got 5 Kitsune on the field right now, and I am getting Wisdom of 9. This Kitsune died to the Minotaur. But yeah, these Kitsune, they can be quite strong. They only cost 25 food. Since I have such a nice favor income, I say to myself, it's alright. I can make a bit of a Kitsune play here. See if I can make something work. If nothing else, I can keep him on the defensive. But I actually think, if I recall correctly, I think Keto is going to go for a second TC and I don't realize it. I'm just, in my mind, I'm fine just containing him to his base with my Kitsune here. I think probably in hindsight, this Jorogumo should have been on this TC. Jorogumo. But I'm just poking around here. See if I can get a pick or just see what he's up to. Meanwhile, in my base, getting a guardhouse, getting a stable, this is the standard opener with Tsukuyomi. And the reason for it is the Naginata riders are great for raiding, and from your guardhouse you want these bushis out. They can be used to pick up relics, and they can be used to fend off myth units, which is often needed. Minotaur, in this case, if you're versus Enyobites, they're amazing. Sphinxes, Valkyrie, all sorts of things. You want this bushi here. It's got a really good track rating, so even fast myth units it can often hit. Yeah, I'm just feeling quite confident right here, right now, not realizing he's going for a town center. So I'm just raiding. Right now I don't see his army, so I should probably know that something's up. But yeah, I don't see that CC, which is not the greatest. We're gonna regard this as a bit of a guide how to play Tsukuyomi, so whenever there's something interesting to point out, I'll say it. What's good about this upgrade is that you can boost your other units by, instead of just 5%, you can do it 10%. So the Naginata Riders goes from 6 speed to 6.6 speed when you have these Kitsune nearby. So the raiding party here, actually the very best thing you can do when you go for this Kitsune start is you can have 2 Kitsune and maybe 4 Naginata Riders in one group, and then 2 Kitsune and 4 Naginatas in another group. That's really sick, because then you have a nice mix of units, and both groups are 6.6 speed. And since he hasn't shown himself, I still don't know about the TC. I'm messing up here. This is actually interesting. I don't know about that second TC. In my mind, he's still on 1 TC. But I also know that I'm Tsukuyomi. Even if I knew he had a second TC, I probably wouldn't follow up with a TC of my own. Just because I know I can rely on my Bushido and my New Moon. And always use your Mikos to heal units back up. Really, really sick value. And I haven't even gotten the heal upgrade, that's a mistake. You'd always get that one too, only costs 50 resources. Getting Sashimone Bannerman here, just a good upgrade to get. Throughout the game, this is going to give you a lot of value. Fast forward a bit. Oh yeah, when there is a sort of a slowdown in the game, make sure that you make extra Mikos. When you're not in a pinch to secure hunt or gold or something. Now I see the second TC. Like now I know I have a lot of freedom to do what I like. So I get an extra Miko out and an extra shrine. And I'm going off through Hachiman now. So this is the semi-fast heroic that I will go for in most games. And you see this group here? Naginata Riders, Kitsune, they're so good for raiding. And as soon as I go up through Hachiman, I will pre-queue all 3 armory upgrades. And I don't mind which one is first. I just want all 3 in so that I can use New Moon on armory for maximum value. But yeah, get these extra Mikos out. You can really start pumping out Tengus. And what I should also do, I don't think I've done it, is get the Ivory Netsuke upgrade. And then as soon as I hit Heroic Age, if I have the resources for it, get the Tengu upgrade too. And then I'm really, really well set for a sick power spike. With Shogun, the armory upgrades, and with Tengu spam as well. And look at this. Like, he's done such a good job with his army placing it right next to the villager, but I can still take it down. It's a really sick group here. 6.6 speed, good damage, and the Kitsune can tank anti-cavalry units, so it's really, really strong. When you hit Heroic Age, like I said, you want the Shogun or the Daimyo, so you can convert it into a Shogun. And I want these armory upgrades to kick in, and then I want to use New Moon. In terms of eco upgrades, Pickaxe, Hand Axe is gonna suffice. Don't want to do more than that. Because now is when we hit our power spike, and we want to utilize it. He's done a good job. He's on 2 TCs and he's defended himself. So it can be a bit difficult for us to get some damage still, but we're looking. We have a mobile army. We have the Kitsune upgrade, which makes everything faster, which is really nice. Sometimes these Bushi is gonna slow down your army. Same with the Spider Lady. So you can consider not adding them to your main army. He uses Curse here just to defend himself for a bit. It's not gonna cut it though. I have the much bigger and significantly stronger army. My units are so strong here. And I'm just poking. I need to find some damage somewhere. And yeah, you see these Yumi horse archers. They have ballistics from the New Moon and a lot of armory upgrades. So they could have got some nice kills here, but I didn't see it. But it's very easy for these to get pickings off. Look, the Prodromos are just getting targeted down. Same with the villagers. Chiron is a bit of a good counter to what I've got. But now he engages, I use Swampland, and he has to retreat. And as he's retreating, the good thing is I've got Yumi horse archers, so I can actually get a lot of retribution damage dealt. I must say he avoided the Swampland really well though. He had full cavalry and Chiron Achilles, so retreating from the Swampland was a very easy thing for him to do. Now he's actually going for the fortress, and I think I want to go back in there. See if I can kill some villagers in the process. Oh my god. I'm sitting on 148 favor. So I think in hindsight, this game, I should have probably made... maybe I don't want to make Tengu because he's Hades. You see how good the Chiron is against the Tengu. So I guess I'm just sitting on a shit ton of favor here for not that much reason. But yeah, he's forcing a good fight now. Kido playing is very well. But the horse archers are so strong. Same with the Shogun, can tank a lot. I think in my mind I know I'm losing this fight. But at the same time, I also know I've dealt a lot of damage to him. Killed a lot of military units, killed a lot of villagers. And I'm actually getting some eco upgrades behind all this. Yeah, good job to Kido, defending himself so far. But I'm getting 2 town centers now. I'm taking my foot off the pedal. And I'm saying I'm gonna go raiding, I'm gonna grab 2 town centers, and I'm not gonna go for any super aggressive plays anytime soon. But you know what? How many vills did I kill here? Like 5 or so. It's a really good raid I got off here. Did lose some units in the process, but I think I'll take it. It's not just that I got some villager kills, it's also that I got to build my 2 town centers, and from now on, I'm gonna expand my economy ridiculously high. With 3 town centers running, and 5 Mikos, getting so much favor here. I don't know if we'll see it this game, but when you have a lot of favor late game as Tsukuyomi, it's insanely good. Hopefully we'll get to it, I can't remember how this goes. But yeah, he's got the military upper hand now, because I'm on 3 TCs. But that also means that it's gonna be harder for him. He's now the one who has to force fight. He can no longer hide behind walls, fortress, TC. So it makes things a bit more difficult for him. Get up here. He's got double my value, double my army size, but he can't really use it for much. With the Petropolis coming in now, he can. I think also I'm looking at my favorite thing, saying, "Oh my god, I have so much favor. I should probably get some Tengu out." Even though Kyra and Achilles are really good counters to the Tengu, it's stupid not to get them out. Another Swampland coming in. I just have so much favor that I can afford it. And since he's full cavalry, and since I am Japan, I get the Bushido, I can make a very, very easy transition into Yari Spearmen here. These things are really, really good units. They have a 3 times multiplier versus cavalry, and they're almost as good as a general's unit, like a Hoplite or a Berserk. Really, really sick unit. So that's like the biggest benefit of playing Japan, is that you get the Bushido, of course, and that allows you to make these unit transitions very easily without having to invest into medium infantry, heavy infantry, and then you can start spamming them out. Nope. You can just do it whenever you feel like. Very, very sick. I fend off the attack here with the help of the Yari Spearmen. And villagers, quite equal right now, quite equal military, and this is making me feel quite confident. I also know that he's only on 2 TCs. I don't know it, but I pretty much sense it. Given that he just went super aggressive here, it's highly unlikely that he also built a town center behind it. So, for now, I'm just making a full population army. That way, I'm gonna feel safe. I know that my opponent is not gonna be able to overrun me. He's doing the same. He's just making a big army with the catapults now. So if you see, if I had played Greeded here, went Mythic Age or something, there's a chance that I could have get overrun here. So important that when you feel like you have an advantage, you feel like you're sitting in a comfortable spot, you don't throw it away by playing greedy and allowing him to make a big play. So that was a ridiculous win for me right here. Ridiculous win. That was an equal size army. Up here, I was looking, but somehow I just barely lost any units and he lost 3,000 resources worth. So that didn't work out for him at all. And also, in between fights, if you can, heal up with your Miko. And oh my god, get the upgrade. Get the upgrade, for God's sake. Now I'm getting Okuninushi. I'll show you what I mean when I say having excess favor in the Mythic Age is really strong. So what I'm gonna do here is I am gonna use New Moon on, I think, the Armory. Gonna use the Sacred Gate. Then New Moon is gonna come off of cooldown, and I can use it again on the TC or the Castle. I don't know what I'm gonna do actually. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Use New Moon on the Armory. Cast Sacred Gate. New Moon on... Oh, we didn't get to see it. New Moon on the castle over here. So the value that you get here in the Mythic Age, it's absolutely absurd. If we look at it, the Armory is gonna give me 2 times 800, 1600... like about 2,500 resources, maybe slightly less. 2,500 resources. That's... you already, just from the New Moon... On the Armory, you get the price that it costs to go Mythic Age. But not only that, I'm also doing it on the Castle. And look at the value here. 800, 500, 550, 450, 350. Plus, you get to produce Oyumi really quickly from this Castle. The value, it's insane. You also get a new Swampland. You also get a new Shogun. And this Shogun, by the way, scales heavily with armory upgrades and level up, or age advance, what's it called, when you go from classical to heroic to Mythic Age. So the Mythic Age Shogun with all the armory upgrades is going to be very strong. It's so insane, so ridiculous how strong Tsukuyomi is. So yeah, right now I'm feeling invincible when I play this god, and I definitely think you should try him out as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.